Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and our non-binary folks. Long time no see. Actual Blez here. It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? I think at the time of recording this, let me check really quickly. Yeah, last video was almost 2 months ago, and my last post was just 2 weeks ago. So it certainly has been a hot minute now, hasn't it? Good news. I'm doing actually probably the best I've been doing all year. It's only February, but still. And I have been wanting to get back into content creation for, the past 2 weeks. So I'm happy to finally be in this chair again, editing this video, recording this. It's a nice feeling to be back. I apologize that it took so long for me to come back because it's been a bit of a roller coaster. It's a long story that I don't even think my therapist wants to hear. So it's fine. I'm fine, totally. Well, I just wanted to say hi to everyone, let you all know that I'm doing better now, and hopefully here is hoping that I can get back on schedule. Maybe. No promises though, because this is the best I've been doing all year, and it's not the best, to be honest, but I'm feeling a lot better, and I want to get back into this and at least try to become consistent again for you guys. So, hopefully, after this filler video, I'll have a new video up next week. I'm sorry if I don't. I'll try to, at most, take an extra week for the video. If it's longer than that, then something happened and I apologize. But, without further ado, this filler, if you haven't noticed by the length, took me a good while to do. I had this made, I'm not sure how long ago. I got the editing done on Premiere, and I got it. You'll see what I mean. It's fine. But this took me a bit, and with that large break in there, it's a bit of a pain. But hey, whatever. What's a bit of pain, but other than to just put a bit of hair on your chest? I don't know what the I'm saying anymore. Let's just get on to the filler video, and yeah, he'll see you next week. Till then, I bid you all adieu.
Hello and welcome to the 98.7 Grand National Station podcast. I'm your host, Brian Moser, and today, with the quickly rushed intro, we have a special guest with us today. But with him having to be some other places, I will have to quickly go through some of the stuff that has recently happened. For tomorrow's weather, we will have about highs of 20 and a low of 8. So please bundle up, people. It's going to be pretty cold. For this weekend, the Cincinnati Bengals will be going against the Tennessee Titans on December 15th. As of recently, on December 12th, the Rams have just beat the 49ers. Of course, I'm a 49ers fan. That's kind of disappointing for me. So that's kind of sad. But, anyways, how about we enter our guest, Henry Winters?
It's Henri, but thank you for having me either way, Brian.
It's great to meet you, Henri. Sorry I screwed up your name, but
No, you're fine. Of course, you're fine.
Henri, you're local here, correct?
Mm-hmm. Been living here most of my life.
So, well, since you've been living here most of your life, what do you think is the best place to eat here in Manchester?
I'm gonna have to give that. I'm gonna have to give that vote down to Pat's Snack Bar right by the sheriff's office.
Oh, that's an interesting choice. Personally, I'm more of a Chester's Chicken fan. That's inside the Marathon gas station. It's honestly a pretty great place to eat.
You said Chester's chicken, correct?
Yeah, Chester's chicken.
I'll have to head down there and check it out sometime.
It's really good. I recommend it. Now, as another question, have you ever listened to 98.7 Grand National before?
My wife does a lot, but me personally, not entirely, no.
Not entirely. Well, that's great to hear that your wife appreciates our music. That's great to hear.
Hmm.
This is one of our most intriguing interviews we've ever done before on this station. Like before, we've interviewed race car drivers a few times, a good amount of wrestlers, and many other people that I could name on top of my head. But you, sir, you're someone that we were not expecting to actually get on here on this show.
Well, it's nice to be here.
I'm very glad to hear that. So, recently, well, not just I, but many people around Manchester have heard that there's been a string of disappearances, and people have been getting kind of concerned about that. Is that a concern?
Well, I'd say at the current moment, it certainly is turning into one. Well, the we're certainly trying our best, to put it lightly. We're doing all that we can to try to find the missing persons. But at the moment, my best recommendation is for everyone to stay inside for as long as they can, lock their doors and windows, and ensure a sense of security at night.
Okay, that's a little bit concerning for me because I'm here at the radio station right now, but still not greatly concerned just yet.
Wakey, wakey, Lieutenant. I trust you're doing as well as one can be when tied up in a middle chair in my dining room. Not exactly the cushy setup you're used to. I apologize for the attire change. I need to ensure you had nothing that would... What's the phrase you all use? Poke me, stick me, stab me, cut me, etc. Something along those lines. You know, this room isn't fancy, but it's honest. I grew up eating dinner at this very table, even if it's seen better days. And here you are, expecting luxury in a precinct office, only to find yourself in my little world of chipped paint and creaky chairs. Well, worlds can collide, can't they? That's right. You're always so quiet, always so determined. I guess that's why you got yourself tangled up in investigating those disappearances. You never knew when to stop, did you? But I have to ask, what made you think you could uncover the truth about people vanishing without a trace? It's not exactly light conversation over dinner. I mean, look at it this way. We're in a dining room having a little chat. Not a trial, not a showdown, just two men talking about life. You with your precious investigation, and me with my simple life. But here's the thing, Henri. You've been poking around where you shouldn't. You were getting too close to exposing something very important and very, very dangerous. And why don't we just cut the small talk and get to the point here, An impatient one, aren't you? You have two options, Lieutenant. Either drop your investigation, forget about those missing people, and let this matter rest, and we both walk away from this dinner without further trouble. Or you can keep digging, keep prying, and you will end up dead, Henri. Plain and simple. Fuck Oh, there it is. I knew it. You did always have that stubborn streak. But listen here, Henri. You need to understand that your truth isn't worth your life. And I'm offering you a way out. Drop the investigation, forget about those little missing people, and you might just live to see tomorrow. Or, if you insist on chasing shadows, I'll ensure your silence is permanent. Do not prioritize these missing people over having a heartbeat. Now, tell me, haven't you ever grown tired of this endless pursuit? Sometimes a man's gotta know when to let go. The humdrum of life, even a room like this, has its own rhythm. But then again, maybe you're too committed to your ideals. Either way, the choice is yours. Drop the investigation, or die. Not expecting company.
So, is this supposed to be concerning with, some of the suspects being identified? Would you know any of them or what?
Well, at the current moment, we don't have any concrete suspects, but we have several people that we are currently in the process of interviewing and hoping to get at least multiple angles on the situation.
That's kind of great to hear, surprisingly. But so some of these people that have went missing, could you say how these all string together or what?
Sadly enough, the only connections we have at the moment is it's all localized near town square. The disappearances have been happening at similar times of night, on average between 12 and 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Hmm. As a kind of personal question, who do you think could be next to be like the next victim?
Well, I have two answers for that, honestly. One answer one answer would give a sense of calm towards the public, while the second is going to be my honest answer. Which one would you prefer?
Well, I mean, we're live right now. I would really like for both answers, but if I could be honest, I'll take the one for the public.
Well, here's hoping that we don't have another disappearance. As long as people stay inside, keep their doors locked, and try your best to maintain security. However, my honest answer, it could be any one of us.
Oh God.
We have no concrete evidence at the current moment. All we really have is the area that these disappearances have happened in, and as I've said before, near Town Square.
Well, have you found any of the victims? Have you found any?
As of at this current moment, no. Everyone is still reported missing.
Oh my God. How many victims are there that you could say?
Well, Damn it, Winters. Well, the good news is you seem to have a thick skull.
Well, that's all the questions I really had. So it was nice talking to you, Honor. So,
Nice speaking with you too.
all right. Well, that was the 98.7 Grand National Podcast. Coming up, we're playing Kendrick Lamar's Dying of Thirst.